guys, my name is Tammy and I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and this is my puppy Tito, and he's going to be joining us for our video today. So in this video I'm going to be talking about lower back pain that is caused with sitting position. So this is for people who have a sitting job, which is most of us, and you don't have any history of trauma, there's no injury, but when you go to work or for whatever reason when you're sitting for more than, let's say, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or as your day progresses, you start having a really bad pain in your lower back. Again, before we start, make sure to read the indications, contraindications, and red flags. So guys, before we actually get into the exercises, I'm going to go over a few tips. But if you guys want to skip this, I will put the minutes of where I start the exercises in this video in the description and in the video, so you guys can just jump to that point. But one thing is definitely your ergonomics has to be correct. I have a video where I go over a great ergonomic sitting posture. I will put the link in the description for you guys. But for a rule of thumb, just remember you don't want to be like this all day long, right? Like, I mean, and already you know this is something that is caused because of your posture. So make sure that you're sitting up tall, that your hips and knees are a 90-degree angle, and your arms are not too far or too back, and you're not leaning forward into your desk to be able to see the monitor. Okay, Tito's coming back, so, okay. Now the next thing, the second tip I have for you guys is the best thing I've ever heard from one of my professors was that the best sitting posture is your next sitting posture, meaning that you need to be able to change that posture often. Okay, so what I tell my clients is that put a timer for yourself every 20 minutes, every hour. Make sure you move. If you can, if you have the option, maybe switch to a standing desk, or you can even just like try to do some of your stretches in sitting position. I will go over the stretches later on, but definitely try to move so your body's not stuck in that awkward position. And I know when we start working, sometimes we forget, so it's great to put a timer for yourself to constantly remind you, hey, I need to move. So let's start with the exercises. I'm going to go over seated exercises first that you can easily do at work, and then I will go over some other stuff you can do at home to try to improve your condition. The first thing I'm going to go over here is two stretches that I love, and I feel like anyone who has back pain will really benefit from these stretches. The first one is a Piriformis stretch in a sitting position. And all I want you to do is make sure your both feet are on the floor. You're going to take one foot and put it right on top of your knee. So my ankle, my right ankle is over my left knee. Now from there, you have a couple of options. If your knee is up, kind of try to push that knee all the way down, and you should already be feeling a really nice stretch in your glute going towards your knee. If you're not, make sure your back is straight, and from there, gently go forward. And we're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then you're gonna repeat it on the other side. So ankle over your knee, and then again, gently go forward. Okay guys, the second stretch is a seated hamstring stretch. So what I want you to do is have your foot, put your heel on the floor, and I have to come a little more forward on my chair. And from there, with a flat back, again, you're just gonna lean forward. And you're gonna feel a really nice stretch in the back of your calf, your hamstring, back of your knee. And again, hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. And we're going to repeat it on the other side. So bring your foot out and just lean forward. Okay. Now I'm going to show you both stretches in the side view. I think my puppy doesn't like me stretching on the chair. Okay, now let's try the Piriformis stretch first. So bring your foot right over your knee. Again, push that knee down and gently lean forward with a flat back. So you don't want to do this, okay? You want to make sure your back is flat, and then you go forward. Repeat on the other side, and then a hamstring stretch, same thing. You have to come forward a little bit, make sure your foot is straight, and from there again, you reach forward until you feel a really nice stretch. And you guys, make sure you're squaring off your hips, okay? Make sure you're not doing it this way. You go forward and then you go down. Again, you hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. Now the second exercise we are going to do together is called the lumbar pump. And this is actually one of the greatest exercises to help with this condition. What you're going to do is take both of your hands, put it right in the small of your back, okay? You know where you have those dimples in your back? Put your hands right there, and with your thumbs right there, with your hands, you're going to come around and put it right on your pelvis. So now I want you to go down and push up, go forward. So it's almost like I'm doing a belly dancing move. I'm not moving my upper body. It's not this, okay? My upper body stays pretty much the same. It's just the lower body that I'm curving back and forward. Now, some of you might not be able to do this because you've lost that movement in your lumbar spine due to poor posture for many years, okay? But we can get it back. I will go over how we can do that later on in the video when we move into mat exercises. But here you can just do 10 of them, okay? You do 10 lumbar pumps, and you can do them, you know, every hour, every 2 hours, or whenever you put that timer for yourself to remind you to do a movement, you're gonna do the lumbar pump. Okay, and a couple of more exercises we are going to do that are not necessarily meant for our lower back, but they will definitely benefit our overall sitting posture, is to try to strengthen our upper back, okay? So again, if you've looked through the neck pain category of the videos, I have a lot of exercises that goes through upper back strengthening. I'll make sure to put the links in the description for you guys. We have one for beginners, intermediate, more advanced, using bands, you know, so you guys, if you fix your upper back posture, you'll never have neck pain. You most likely will have a lot fewer episodes of lower back pain as well, okay? So what we're gonna do together is a scapular squeeze. I want you to keep your hands right next to your body. Squeeze your shoulder blades back like you have a penny in between your scapula and you're trying to hold it right there, okay? So squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax, right? And we're holding each of these for 5 seconds and going to repeat 3 sets of 10. Again, there are other upper back strengthening exercises that you can incorporate. Make sure to check out the links in the description. And from here, we are actually going to move into some mat exercises that again are going to help us with understanding where our lumbar spine is, so when we sit for a long period of time, you can easily do that lumbar pump for me. Okay guys, now that we are on the mat, again, we are going to focus on trying to do that lumbar movement, okay? So the easiest way to try to do that is if we go on all fours. And all I want you to try to do from here is see if you can, first of all, make sure your wrist is right under your shoulder. If you guys have wrist issues, you can just go on your knuckles, okay? And from there, again, make sure your knees are also underneath your hips. And from there, what I want you to do is really try to arch your back and move it back up. So you see, I'm trying to really just focus on moving my lumbar spine, not really moving my upper back. So if I had to show you guys this in like a kneeling position, it would be like this, right? I'm going back and forth from here, okay? Same thing, we're gonna try it on a quadruped. Again, this might be hard for some of you guys. You know, you might not be able to do it at first, but eventually you'll see where the movement comes from. Again, if you really can't get this movement, maybe try to do a bunch of cat and cows at the beginning. So we are doing both upper and lower back movement together, and then hold your upper back still, and again, get into just moving the lumbar spine, okay? Now, when this gets easy for you, we are going to do a segmental cat and cow, okay? Again, you guys, if you've never done yoga, those two movements that I just did are called cat and cows. So what I want you to do is go into a neutral spine first, then we'll start with our lower back, Okay, just see how much you can arch your lower back. When you can't go anymore, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together, drop your chest down. Now watch my elbows. My elbows are super straight. I didn't bend my elbows straight. Then you're gonna look up. Then from there, bring just your neck down all the way. When you can't move your neck down anymore, squeeze your upper back towards the ceiling and then arch your lower back. So let's do that again. First, you're extending your lumbar spine, then you're extending your thoracic spine, then your cervical spine, and then reverse. So neck down, chest, lumbar spine. Okay? Now, it takes a long time for you to be able to do this whole pattern, but I really want you guys to start practicing it, because if you can do this, then eventually you can quickly jump into doing the lumbar pumps when you're in sitting position at your desk. Okay guys, that's pretty much it in terms of exercises you need to incorporate into your daily routine in order to reduce the lower back pain that is caused by a sitting position. I will definitely have links in the description for videos for postural correction, so upper back strengthening exercises, neck stretches and neck strengthening exercises. I want you to incorporate the lumbar pumps and the seated stretches that we did, but again, I will have more stretches in the description for you guys if you want to do more lower back stretches to help with the pain you're experiencing. And again, I will have that link to perfect sitting posture in the description for you. But again, remember, it doesn't matter how great that chair is, or if your HR department came and did a great ergonomic assessment for you and you have the best of everything. Still, if you are staying in that one position for more than a few hours, your pain might come back. So be mindful of that. Remember that first you have to think about your posture consciously until it goes into your subconscious, okay? If you've been slouching, all your life with poor posture at your desk, you can't just get out of that like that, right? It takes time and practice, but I'm pretty sure that if you try to incorporate these tips into your routine, you will definitely have really good results. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, make sure to leave it in the comment section for me. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.